you are not a monk. You are an artificer. Okay.
Oh.
There's no inner peace.
Well, you know what? If you can't find if you can't make your own inner peace, store bought is fine. So
Invent it.
Okay. Well, I'm actually
Store-bought inner peace.
I'm actually bard, so you know what? I'm not really the inventive type.
You're a bard. You're a bard officer. I don't.
Alright.
What
Hey,
the
guys,
fuck is this thing that you wrote?
Yeah, what's this?
Something really funny is I didn't write that.
No.
Wait,
It's
Yeah, I was
not.
gonna say he didn't fucking write that.
It's so funny.
It's actually something Zach wrote about 3 years ago.
What the? What?
Wait, the event?
Yeah, the stream.
The stream
thing.
thing.
The
Oh.
vent.
Vent.
For some reason, my Streamlabs has decided that YouTube is going to be the primary stream, so I can't see my YouTube chat. Or my Twitch chat, so I'm going to have to pull up Twitch separately.
That's so funny because you're not even live on YouTube.
What? I guess it's going to take a second.
Are we live right now, regardless?
We are, yeah.
On Twitch,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted you guys to know that I created a humanitarian crisis today.
Huh?
Oh.
What? What is that? What?
Don't worry about it.
They
That'll become a problem later, and I'll tell you about it.
They created they created an event line, about people fleeing from war-torn countries,
Ah.
Oh.
and
But the chickens.
But they're
and I'm hoping it will.
chickens.
I am hoping that it will teach people that empathy is a thing.
No, because Katie was just straight up like, let's kill these fucking people.
That's a high
Whoa,
bar.
okay.
I was like, Katie,
Yeah.
the chickens. They might
What's
be
the
chickens.
chickens? Chicken.
Chicken
Jack.
Alright. Well, who would like to give me a recap of last session?
Recap of last session is Dust is a prick. But we
Yeah,
got the
Dust is
breastplate,
fucking
so
cunt.
yippee.
I can give a
That is
recap.
Sure.
So we started out last session. I believe we long rested. It was great. Everybody got their spell slots back.
Shut
Oh
up.
dear.
Two.
I'm trying. I can't believe you think you want me dead. Anyway, so then we start heading. I want to say we figured out the last puzzle, and so then we started heading down this really long, ominous tunnel. We set up a few traps behind us, got out, and then we found kind of where the breastplate is. About halfway through the tunnel, then we realized that Krolk and Co had gotten to the temple at the same time, and we were like, okay, cool. And then we head out into the really pretty arena, kind of down in the below the lake in the middle of the Sherwood, where the chest plate is. And so we kind of start heading up, and we're there first. And then as we're getting up, we get by a little bit of water, and all of a sudden, Water Priest is there. Bada bing, bada boom. Kind of annoying. And so we start combat. We fight her, but kind of not fight her because we didn't necessarily want to hurt her yet because we wanted to talk it out. At the same time, after a few rounds, then Krolk shows up with his cronies, of which there are much fewer. Exactly. I just want to talk. Yeah, no. And so we kind of go back and forth with the breastplate. Down below, then Mop and Amaya pull out their Dapper Dan and I can't remember the other girls, but are Gambler Borns.
Penny.
Dapper and who?
Picturesque Penny.
Picturesque Penny. We love Penny. Dapper Dane
Thumbs down.
can go die in a hole.
Thumbs down.
He betrayed us. So he then goes through and right. So Dapper Dan betrays us. That's how he gets crawled in with us. And then we have a big fight. We convince Tanjara to drop the. Tanjara gets the breastplate, despite my best efforts, and we eventually convince her to drop it through the power of friendship and also
gonna
being conscious and peer pressure. And then we're like, yay, she dropped it. Oh no, there's like a sword coming out of her chest. That's not great. And then who should appear but fuckboy McGee, Josiah. You know, the music just changed and honestly,
Yeah.
good timing. But we well, like the little goblin in the back of our brains goes, hey, we could fight him. And then he does like a power word kill on our buddy Colin, and we go, maybe not. And so through the power of Arcana and one of us having a brilliant spell book and actually being intelligent, we realized that the arch in the on the top area was actually a portal that we could activate, and so Mop does. Shout out Mop. We love not dying. And we all get to fuck out of dodge. Except we are then quite rudely put back into dodge when we appear right outside the caravan, which is on fire. Or more, the smoldering, I believe it was the smoldering remains of the caravan? Something like that? And that's where we ended.
No, it is.
You sounded way too energetic about that, Dust. Fuck you.
It.
Yeah.
Let me talk like I normally do. Either way, absolutely, I will give you an inspiration, and we will move on. We're gonna play in the theater of the mind a little bit when describing this. All of you just exiting out of the portal, having bore witness to everything that just happened. The knights are rushing about, trying to figure out what to do next as the inferno of the caravan is raging in front of you. It's already fallen to pieces. The fire is beginning to dwindle as the rain drizzles down on all of your heads, but it's still going. Who has Colin?
And Kovak has Colin.
I believe
One of the what's it called? One of the knights pulled him out.
Yeah.
Sure. You can see nearby Colin's body lays on the ground. His eyes are open, but they are vacant. There is no blood. There is no disfigurement. It is just a body. Two of the knights attempt some kind of medicine. It doesn't work. They cast Cure Wounds. It doesn't work. Colin lies there. Who has Tanjara? I think it's Mop?
Yeah, I'm holding on to Tanjara.
I believe you were pushed through with Tanjara. You're not strong enough to just carry her, but where Tanjara landed, you are nearby. She is breathing very faintly. There is a hole through her torso, and you can tell that while she is alive, she is just on the edge. If she doesn't get immediate help, she could possibly still die.
Mop is doing her best to, put some pressure on the wound.
Roll me medicine.
Okay. Medicine. Guys, how we doing on this fun session?
That's very
that's
good.
pretty good.
That's very good. You will immediately be able to you know, you don't weigh a lot, but you still weigh enough. And putting your entire body into it, you can put pressure and try and close the wound, and you at the very least buy her a lot of time. So
Hey,
that
I could use a lot of help over here.
now, moving away from that for a moment, because there's a lot going on, you will hear that. So if any of you do wish to go over and help, you can. But before that, there's the caravan. Most of the knights are either helping with Colin or making sure everyone else made it through. A few of them are by the caravan just confused. They don't know what this is. You know, you never told them. And it is burning and falling to pieces. Craggletooth, you don't know for sure if your brother is in there, but it was the last place that he was. And for all of you, the scribe basically never left the caravan. And admittedly less important in the grand scheme of things, all of your money was also in there. But still there. With all of that laid out, I'm basically gonna go around and ask what y'all are doing. Mop, I know what you're doing. What is, did anyone want to respond to that? Or are you gonna respond to something else? There's a lot going on.
I can handle Tanjara. I think, Ellie, you still have the spell slots. Please try and help Colin if you can.
Yeah.
The others. But,
Um,
yeah. Oh.
Yeah. I think after like checking to make sure that like everybody, like their party got through the portal, Cass is gonna like race forward like in Wolfman form and try and find the scribe and Frick.
Absolutely.
In the ruins of the caravan.
Absolutely. You rush forward and you see that there is not, like, there's almost none of this that isn't on fire. Do you attempt to enter the caravan?
Yeah.
Make me a con saving throw.
Okay. Where the fucking things?
18 is pretty good. You won't take a lot. You take 3 fire damage, which I'll add.
Okay.
As you rush in, you immediately see the 2 doors upon entering the caravan. The one on the right, decimated. There was nothing really in there to begin with, but it's all the cloth, all the chair in that room is gone.
My fabuloso.
To the left, you see the door that is typically locked is the hinges have burned off and the door has fallen inward, and underneath it you can see it's still together right now, but the very cracked and crumbling statue of a depiction of Leonora. Looking inward, you begin to cough as you see the bell has fallen and has crushed through the bottom of the caravan, and the rooms on the opposite sides are too on fire for you to see what's going on in there. You'd have to get closer.
Yeah. I think they will get closer, but they're gonna like start yelling out for the scribe and Frick.
Absolutely. You begin to yell, moving in. We'll loop back around to you. Kovak, how are you healing Tanjara?
Very panicked. I think initially, you know, there's a moment where he's just sort of staring at the blaze and he's just like, man, holy shit, this sucks. And I think once he kind of snaps out of it and he can hear Mom asking for help, I think he'll rush over where Mop is and sort of immediately drop down to her level, which I'm guessing is like literally on the floor where Tanjara is, right?
Yeah. In the grass and mud.
Yeah. And he's going to sort of just like place his hands over, or place one hand over Mop's as it's like applying pressure.
Yeah.
And he's going to apply his own pressure on top of that. And the other one, he's going to sort of like, it's an awkward way to explain it, but he's going to try to sort of slide it underneath her, between the ground and her back, find where the other end of the wound is, and place his other hand there.
Yeah.
He's going to look at Mop and he's going to say, when I tell you to, please move your hands out, okay?
Okay.
And then he's going to count down on go, okay? 3, 2, 1,
Should move her
go.
hand.
And as she removes her hand, he'll immediately apply his own in place, and I'll dump about 25 hit points of lay on hands into her.
Absolutely. I'd like you to make me a religion check, Kovak, with advantage.
I'm really good at religion, guys.
18 will do it. The magic begins to set in, but there is a weakness to it in this moment. You are able to mend the wounds on the outside and partially on the inside. You don't think she's going to die anymore.
Ooh.
But you can tell the light coming from your hands, that healing energy is dim. Because, Kovak, this is someone that you have made very clear, at least to yourself, but most certainly to everyone else, that you are not necessarily fond of, and you don't necessarily forgive them for what they did, and because of that, this goes against your oath.
Oh dear. Yeah, I mean that's certainly that would check, because I think with the way that he is it's very much that vengeance sort of a way about it. And in the initial stage, at the very least, he definitely did think about killing her. But I think as of recently, he's sort of been molded more so by the opinions of the others, and it's like, okay, if I can't find justice by killing her, then I'll, I can make her stand trial or something, something that isn't, snuffing her candle, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I do think it's also the fact that there is a part of him that still does actually want to kill her, that he just hasn't been able to completely get rid of, because he's a bad person, and he has some very bad impulses, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think that certainly that could totally have some effect. I can 100% rationalize that.
You don't think it breaks your oath, especially from like a mechanical perspective immediately, because there is justification for doing this within the realm of vengeance, especially given that you want justice, and that doesn't necessarily mean death. But you can tell that in the basis definition, the definition that Kovak has been pursuing this entire time for the people that killed his party and for Josiah, that has applied to Tanjara up until recently, it's still there. The magic is weak but effective enough. Especially with 25. She will not die, but you can tell the last part, and I'll say, Mop, you recognize this too with your earlier medicine check. She's out like a light, and you don't know when she's going to wake up next. She's breathing, she's healed, but she's not going to be up and about for a long time.
I think with this, the whole time, her attention was kind of on Tanjara.
Yeah.
And she will look up and see the fire and realize what she's looking at.
Yeah. And so I'll move over. Oh, Kovak, please. Do your thing first.
I was going to say, as a very quick transition, I think what Kovok is going to do when he sort of realizes that Mom's now realizing what's happening, he's going to kind of direct Mom to keep an eye on Tanjara and to, watch over her, I guess, while he goes and runs to help out with the caravan if he can.
I could try putting it out.
If you want to, but just stay with Tanjara as much as you can, okay?
But I need to be close.
I know, but keep an eye on her, yes?
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, he'll run away into the what's it
He'll
called?
run away. He'll run away. He's
He'll
just
run away.
gone.
Period. He's
He
leaving
runs
the
into the
cabin.
He just goes in the woods, yeah.
He's
leaves.
fed up.
No, he runs towards the rest of the horrific shit that's happening.
I'm gonna look over at Amaya and Craggletooth. Are either of you two doing anything in this moment?
Oh, yeah. Quick pass. What would you did you have anything that you wanted to do first?
Yeah, but it's gonna go a little bit longer than the revivify, so you go first.
Yeah, okay. Amaya is going to take a whole second to gather her bearings, look and see what's going on, and then she's gonna look at Colin and instantly rush over with the diamond in hand.
Make me a medicine check, Amaya, before you cast the spell.
Okay.
23 is certainly good enough. One of the knights is over his body, pressing into his chest, trying to start up his heart, and Josiah. You can recognize the spell that he cast. It's a very infamous spell that a lot of very evil people have cast. And you recognize a small truth. Josiah is a cleric. One of the best clerics that has ever lived to your knowledge. One of the most powerful ones, I should say. Not one of the best. And clerics have an innate understanding of life. You can go over and feel Colin's chest for a moment and understand that there is no heart to continue beating. It simply isn't in his body anymore. You can cast Revivify if you want to try anyways. But Revivify cannot bring back body parts. And even beyond that, you don't know what other magic Josiah had put into that power word kill.
I have a feeling that this, perhaps knowing this, if this was on Maya a couple months ago, she would have given up already. And she would have made an excuse to the caravan that he's just not able to be saved. But there's right now a small part of her that is being the most stubborn right now, that has at least a little bit of hope that he'll be okay. She'll get one of the knights to stabilize his head. She'll get another knight to just stay by with and ask for them to prepare a cure wounds spell. And then she's going to press the diamond into where his heart was and at the very least try.
You casts the spell. This is interesting. One moment. Wow. Okay. You will cast the spell, and you will see the diamond dissipate as the magic begins to set into his body. And maybe for a brief moment, you see that light in his eyes reignite, but it's like sending someone out into the woods to fend for themselves when they've never done so before, when they try and make that fire and all they can do is get a spark and it never sets. And it will fade away.
Can I see this?
Yeah, it's not too far away. It's maybe like 5 or 10 feet.
Mob can more.
I'd like to use my concordance.
Oh? Okay.
The mob's just kind of staring, hoping for anything. Hoping for something.
Roll me a D100. Alright. Nothing bad happens, but you call out in your head to the gods, a god, anything. And I don't know how to describe this. As you look at him, the clouds forming the rain above, you look up to the sky. You can't see the moon or the stars. You hope, if not that, maybe Kaisen, the rain, an architect. You've just saved one of her own. You don't get anything. You think this was just a soldier. This was someone who spent their entire life not in luxury, always fighting for those that had it. Surely, Parvisa. But nothing. And then a glint. You feel this, what almost feels like tightness around your wrists for a second, but then feels more comforting than anything, as if someone is holding your hand gently and speaking to you in a gentle tone. You can't hear their words, but you can most certainly understand what they're trying to tell you. You see a gray chain wrapped around his wrist as Ard holds him, cradles him in his own way.
Maybe it's because I said a bad word. She will.
I will say, because nothing happened, I won't use your concordance in this case. Normally that isn't the case, but I think this is one of the few in which we would not lose anything.
She will squeeze her eyes shut and think about the mother of dragons.
A being you've heard of in passing. one
Catholic guilt.
so far away, but you will not get a response. She is a being who loves your children, and you are one of them. But this person in front of you is not. And while it could be cruel, a mother would sorrow over the loss of a child, and perhaps there is sympathy for the loss of a child's friend, but there is not mourn. There is no sorrow. She does not care about Colin.
You can stay asleep, bitch.
Is there anything I can do, Amaya? Maybe, and
I
Mom
don't-
will start ruffling through her bag, dumping shit out.
I don't think a mop is gonna get a response. I think all she can see is that Amaya tried casting the spell and then is trying to restart where his heart would be.
Mhm.
And then over time it goes from her what do you call it? Her speed goes from concentrated and then starts to get more desperate as she goes on.
Mm-hmm.
At least hoping for something.
You press up and down, flashes of the past 10 minutes going through your head. What you said to Josiah, what he said to you, that tightness around your neck. And there is another realization in this moment that for the first time in maybe your life, at least that you can remember, you don't feel like you're being watched. You don't feel that presence of Inauguros, that ever-seeing eye of justice that's always been present in your life. It doesn't look upon you anymore, and there might be some small relief in that. But for Amaya, I think it's quite mixed. Because before, it might have been tenuous, possible. You know, in this moment, this is beyond the words of a priest. Inauguros is not here anymore. Not for you.
Good. Fuck off.
She'll probably think back to those dreams that she's had for about a week. The moon turning into the eye of Inauguros. But then there's the bigger emotion she's feeling. She knows that Inauguros has finally let go of that hold on her. She knows what she said she cannot take back. And it's moments like this in where she doesn't feel like she could call herself a cleric anymore.
Mm-hmm. And from there, Craggletooth.
I think Craggletooth will look. Her main focus is going to be on the burning caravan. She's going to probably see Kovac and Cassian run up. But the thing that kind of occurs to her is that this is a very fresh fire. And typically fire happens when someone causes it, especially in this sort of case. So she's going to fly up to get a higher vantage point and look around and just see if there's anyone nearby who could have caused it, or any signs that the scribe and Frick are not in there.
You fly upwards with your boots to get an aerial view. Roll me a nature check. It's not great.
No.
Looking around, you don't see any footprints. If there is someone, the only place they could have gone is the woods. You're out in a vast plains right now, out in the open. The Sirwood, a few, maybe like a mile or two behind you. You don't see anyone, but the easiest solution that can come to mind was likely Josiah, or if it wasn't him, it was someone related to him who came here and did his dirty work for him.
Mm-hmm. That's the idea. With that, then I think she's gonna head back down, and I think she's gonna try to focus on where like the flame is the highest and the worst, the hottest, and she'll cast pyrotechnics and just extinguish that.
Absolutely. You see a few points where you can put out some of the fire. It's already beginning to slow down with the drizzle. I think I'll throw in a little bit of teamwork here as you see Cassian run in. You can extinguish some of the flames around them. And I'm going to go back to Cassian in that moment. You call out to the scribe and to Frick. Some of the flames around you begin to dissipate. Make me a perception check, Cassian.
Okay.
A 9. Standing in the doorway, a few feet away from the bell, you begin to look around, the flames taking over everything. You can see a little bit behind them, there is pillars from the ceiling that have fallen. The table is, with the map, has been burned and charred. The couch, crisp. To the left, you see what used to be the kitchen, easily the most destroyed part. It seems that everything in there is pretty much gone. Are you going to push through anywhere in particular? There is...
I guess Cass can't, like...
There's the armory, the bedroom, and the piano room. The study, I think is what it would be called.
I think Cass will run into the study to see if anybody is in there.
Okay. You turn to your left immediately after exiting the hallway, and you look towards the study. Several pillars have fallen down to block the entrance. They are actively charred, embered, some of them on fire. Do you wish to move them out of the way?
Let me just check something super quickly. I apologize.
You're okay.
Check that. Am I able to... Actually... Do you know what? No, it's fine. Yeah, I'll have Cass, like, try and grab and shove them out of the way.
Alright. Make me an athletics check. And then a con saving throw. Awesome. You will grab and pull at the various bits and pieces of wood, just sort of trucking through. You take a little bit more fire damage, but it's negligible. as you just grab and rip and tear at everything you can until you see at the center of the room an opaque bubble, a half circle that rests. You see the silhouettes of three figures actually, inside. No, it would be two. And on top, you see what appears to be holding the bubble together, a small statue of some kind, a little figurine of a cat.
The cat was never real. Oh my god.
Biscuits has always been a freak. We just never knew.
Ooh. Yeah, no, Cass will rush in, I think.
You will rush in, the flames roaring around you. Something, as I've said before, far less important, but good to know, is that while the bags have burned, it does seem like your money is mostly intact.
Yeah, I think that's something that Cass will only worry about until after.
Yeah, it just catches your eye. Some of it appears to have been melted because it is fire, but it doesn't seem like it's in too much disrepair. An issue for later.
Yeah.
You guys will have lost some money from this, but I'm not making you lose everything. You will rush in and you'll see the bubble with a little cat figurine on top of it. What do you do?
So Cass will like haul out for Craggletooth.
You will hear this, of
Um,
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the fire situation looking like in this room in particular?
Bad.
Yeah. No, Cass will. I'll call out for Craggletooth to try and like dissipate the fire as much as possible.
Well, I got a bunch of spell slots, and
Hell yeah.
I'm down. Cockatooth will, kind of going from a wall in, just make her way, extinguishing the fire to near the bubble.
Absolutely. You create a small burst and dissipate the flames around the bubble where you see the silhouette of someone within. It's no longer as dangerous being in this room. Still pretty dangerous, but, not as bad.
I'm gonna have Cass try and see if they can reach to the bubble, or at least put up a hand on it.
You could put a hand on it.
Yeah. Can Cass lift it?
No,
the fingers inside it.
A basic understanding of magic, which I think I think most characters in D&D have, especially this party. Spells that have some kind of circular effect tend to go through the floor.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just you never see it because it's the floor. So you won't be able to reach underneath it. But you can't put your hand on it.
Yeah. Cass will, put a hand on it, and I'm gonna have them try and yell out for the scribe.
You can yell. As you do so, you'll feel, as you touch it, the bubble begin to shimmer ever so slightly as the figurine of the cat begins to twitch and animate itself. Outside of it, you see emerging as its shape begins to morph into that of biscuits. Except they are not a very bright, colorful white and brown. Or are they just white? I think they might just be white.
It was white and gray, I think.
They appear to be translucent, similar to you.
Okay.
And as they animate, the bubble will begin to drop, and they will fall down, landing on the scribe's shoulder, where they will regain their old form for a moment. And you will see the scribe curled over something, with his hand clutched tight into a fist, a paper in it, and if you look as to what he's curled over, you will see Frick, whose eyes are closed. He seems unconscious, but after just a moment, you can tell that he is breathing. And he seems mostly uninjured, if a little burned.
Cass, so reason why they're in the wolf, I put them in the wolfman form is so, I'm gonna have them, like, scoop up the scribe with Frick into their arms, alongside with Biscuits as well, and just try and, like, shield the three of them as much as they can as they quickly make their way out of the caravan.
Absolutely. You can rush out. Give me one last con save. With disadvantage, because you are going to be protecting these two rather than yourself.
Yeah.
23 is still very good. Yeah, you take like nothing. However, the fire hurts, and you were already injured, so you're feeling a little bit more sluggish. You can rush out, stumbling your wolfman form. That adrenaline running through you begins to dissipate. You can rush out to everyone else as the caravan begins to crumble more behind you. As you rush past the room with the statue, you'll see it crumble just a little bit more. But you will be back out with the scribe and Frick in tow.
First thing that Cass is gonna do. Did Kovok already go in, or was Kovok on his way over?
I think at this point in time, he would have been just making his way over. Like, if everything was happening simultaneously, of course, then he would just about be making his way over now.
Okay. Cass will take them as far away from the caravan as, like, you know, possible, like, from the fire. And, like prop the scribe up against them and look to Kovok. For a moment. They can't heal people, so they'll wait until Kovok gets over, but they're gonna look at the scribe and they're gonna, like, quickly just, like, look them over for, like, any injuries or anything like that.
Absolutely. Roll me medicine.
Okay. If I can open my fucking thing, there we go.
While you're doing that, Kovok's, you know, pivoting, because that was the reason he was running for the caravan.
Yeah.
He doesn't really care too much about everything else. He's there mainly for those two, so he's pivoting to make his way over to Cass now.
Yeah.
Oh, real super quick.
Yeah.
Cass will use their telepathy, the Craggletooth, to let Craggletooth know that Frick is with them.
Craggletooth is already there.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like in that sort of situation, that Craggletooth is already there.
Fair enough.
So probably as soon as Cass comes out, then she is pulling, kind of taking Frick in her arms and just kind of just checking over him, making sure that he's okay. You know, cradling him in her arms.
Absolutely. Doing a quick once-over of Frick. He seems burnt, maybe a few cuts here and there, but he's breathing steadily. It seems like most of the damage that he could have taken was stopped.
Okay.
So he is okay. The scribe is not breathing, which isn't necessarily worrying.
Yeah.
Given you don't think you've ever seen them actually do that before. But something you have also never seen the scribe do is fall asleep and they are currently unconscious.
Ooh.
I think Cass will try and wake them up because that would start worrying them, I think.
You can say something to them, shake them a little bit, nudge them. They do not wake up.
How's Biscuits doing?
Biscuit seems to be resting on or nearby the scribe. Kovak, since you're close enough, you understand something that might come as a bit of a surprise, and something that I've actually had planned. It was just never something you guys saw because it wasn't terribly important. Biscuits is not a normal cat.
No, I could have guessed.
Of course she's not. Of course she's
really?
not. Biscuits is in this moment you can tell the scribe's familiar.
Yep.
A small bit of a connection you can see between the two, similar to you and Phelan, and Argyle and Mop, and Chester and Crackletooth. You see it in these two.
Importantly, you know what that means, guys?
What does that mean?
Biscuits cannot die in a way that matters.
Thank God.
That's
Anyway,
good.
I think as Kovak makes his way, like as he reaches the others, because he may be heavy, but he moves fucking fast, like a freight train, right? When he's there, I think. So okay, we're still technically. I know our sheets are level 10, but we're still technically level 9 at this point for things, right? Okay, and so 45 tick 25 is 30. And Frick doesn't look super injured, correct?
He's a little injured, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, well then just to sort of make sure that he's alright and to, kind of fix up those little scrapes and bruises and those tiny burns and stuff, I'm gonna give him 5 points out of the lay on hands pool.
Frick has a max HP of I think 7, so he's fully healed.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be A-okay, but that's the thing. I wasn't worried about him. It's the man that is unconscious that's mainly worrying him, and I think it's okay. It's a dumb fucking question, but it's pretty obvious that he's a very magic infused being, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I am going to want Kovak to try to sort of reach out to that with his own kind of associated Lunanoran magics and try to decipher what exactly is wrong with the scribe.
Do me another religion, this time with advantage, because this is something you've actually seen before. I think something that the scribe specifically talked to you about. So.
Why did it?
A 13. It's not bad. You recall a conversation back in Medin Valley when you had called upon Lunanora to infuse the strike to help subdue Sorenklex. He had mentioned to you that Lunanora's power is weakening, and that because of that, what she did that day was one of the last things that she might be able to do. The scribe is a being that has lived for 20,000 years, if not more, almost entirely because of the magic of Lunanora. You may not know this, but if it's ever mentioned to you by Cassian, the globe of invulnerability that was put up inside there, that's great magic. And the scribe does not express great magic often. Whatever magic is sustaining the scribe to exist on this plane is deteriorating. And so is he.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, because I was thinking that was a globe of invulnerability, and that's like, what, 6th level?
Yes. And a modified one at that.
Yeah. So, damn. My boy's got some magic sauce, dude. But, shit, yeah, it's that kind of a realization of he's obviously strained himself in some way. And I think, he's got a 7 intelligence, but he's probably able to put together the pieces and realize, Frick is only minorly, affected by all the fire and everything, while this guy's unconscious, there is likely the chance that he exerted himself to save or help Frick. Or biscuits at the very least, whomsoever it may be. I think it's not going to have the same effect, obviously, as as healing in the traditional sense. But I think I'm going to try to expend some of the expend half the remaining, so that's 10 points, on the scribe in some attempt, hopefully, to imbue him with a little bit more energy than what he's already expelled. Obviously, realizing that Laying Hands is mainly a HP recovery, and
Sure.
I don't think he's lost any HP per se, but sort of like a stylized version of it, but still using that resource, obviously.
Some of the magic begins to flow into them, and after a second, their eyes will flutter open a little bit. They see you and they smile, and they tilt their head ever so gently to look around at everything going on. They frown deeply. They see Frick breathing, alive. They smile again. And wordlessly, they will actually reach to you, Kovok, with a paper in their hand.
It's the one that I got him to fucking work on, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pissed off. I'm mad as hell. I knew that was what it would be. But oh my god, I think Kovok's gonna take it and he's gonna hold on to it. But the main thing that he's holding on to, I think, right now is the scribe. Sort of like cupping a hand behind the back of his head so that he can sort of prop it up so that the scribe can see and isn't loose. Like his neck's not fucking loosely hanging there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to say, "Oh, are you okay?"
His smile will not turn to a frown, but it will turn to more of a neutral, negative disposition. And he will shake his head and say, No, I am not, Kovok. It happened so fast, I could barely see it coming. A holy light, it burned through and spread, and everything caught aflame. I couldn't get through the exit. I grabbed your note, I grabbed Frick, and I did what I could, but that was too much. I don't have much left.
It's okay. We're here now. You'll be alright. Because I can't think of anyone else that would immediately need the help. I think I'm gonna use the rest of the 10 points, but like one by one, slowly feeding it in over the course of the conversation.
Sure.
Over Lay on Hands to sort of try to rejuvenate the scribe a little. But it's going to say it's pretty good now. We have it. We managed to get out.
Good. There might be a future for me after all, once all this is done.
Has to be. That has to be. You're not you can't give up on me now.
He'll shake his head. Kovok, you don't understand. I am not a living thing. I am only alive when she is alive. If she dies, so do I. And there is not much time left for either of us. I'm not going today. And he'll, reach out to put an arm on your shoulder to, help lift him up. And I imagine you do hoist him up.
Yes.
And he'll say, but until her powers restored, I am useless. And with another outburst like that, I will be no more.
He's trying not to think about it too much, because if he does, he's gonna start absolutely fucking losing it. But yeah, he's 100% gonna help the scribe to his feet. And obviously another look over Frick and noticing that he's probably A-okay. He's going to sort of just oh man. He's just gonna look at this grub with this profound fucking sadness in his eyes. It's probably a tear or two. But he'll linger on it for a second and then he'll just try to blink it away, and without sort of addressing it directly, he'll motion for Cass to take over, keeping an eye on the scribe, and now with all the immediate life saved, I think Kovak's going to head back for the caravan, just to try to salvage anything that he can.
Sure. And I think we're gonna break into...
I'd like to...
Oh, please.
I'd like to follow in tow.
Yeah.
Because I have a great idea for putting out the fire.
Give me your idea first, and then I'll say what I was gonna say.
I have the endless decanter of water.
And
And
Gotta
I have
let me know
enlarge.
You're going to enlarge
Yeah, I
the endless decanter of water.
And I'm going to use Mage Hand to put it over top of the building.
Chessa, when I tell you that
That's so
thinking about
good.
your spells helps, this is what I mean. This is goaded. This is the best idea.
This is really
I
smart.
didn't think about this at all. You're so goaded.
I imagine Geyser.
But it's like, upside down.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't think I have a way to make this require a check. So I'm gonna just describe now as we break into minor time jumps. Some of you watching over people who have either passed or need some medical attention. The knights will move over to Tenjara and the caravan, helping Kovak and Mop. Mop, you do, like, maybe over the course of like 5 minutes, because it's a lot of water, and it's a lot of fire, you're able to put out what remains of the caravan, and you will see a charred, blackened, misshapen mess of what the caravan used to be. There is no recovering something like this. Any wood that remains is charred and broken. Merely walking around on the inside afterwards without the fire is still dangerous, as the wood almost gives out beneath you. I didn't describe it immediately, but the horses that were guiding the caravan are either not here or are also dead.
Oh, man.
Rest in peace, the
Fucking
horses. We get the
horseshoes.
name.
The horseshoes! We lost the horseshoes!
Cass can try and look for them later if they're alive.
It's an unfunny number. We'll see if you can get the horseshoes. We'll worry about that later. You can go in, Kovak and Mop, and the knights will look about to get as much that you can from it. The armory is gone. Same with the bedroom, filled with the most, fabric. It was the most flammable.
Oh, yeah.
The kitchen is basically destroyed, though the fridge is still a little intact. Some of the food is just kind of cooked, in a good way. Most of it in a bad way.
Mom looks at her kitchen and she begins to sob very loudly.
Oh. In the center, the bell that hung above has broken and fell through the floor. the large dinner table you all would eat and plan at is in pieces. The sort of coffee table on the opposite side is actually, honestly, the most intact thing. Still charred, but, you know, you could keep the table if you wanted. Kovak, you will specifically see the statue in the prayer room. It is cracked and crumbling, but it's still somewhat together. What did you say?
That's rough. Made of stone, yeah.
Yeah.
How big is it?
It's not life size. It's probably about half your height.
Okay, well, in that case, he's gonna just try to fucking move it out safely. Because he's not just gonna like kick it out because it's cracked. He's gonna try to just
you
move it.
can lean in and pick up the door that fell on it and throw the door out. And when looking back on it, you go to touch it, and before you do, you see it begin to shift ever so slightly. This thing isn't going anywhere. It's gonna fall to pieces the next thing that touches it.
Fuck.
I have the thing for it.
Yeah?
Hang on. Oh man, never mind. I don't think I could.
You do.
Mending won't do something that big.
You have mending, and I will tell you, mending will not be able to completely, fix this thing at once. It will take several days because it's not like one big crack along the middle. It is maybe hundreds of pieces that are certainly less than a foot. So if you wanted to salvage whatever you could from this to fix later, you can do that, Kovak. Knowing that it would be possible.
Yeah, we'll give that a shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a salvage mission. He's not really, he's not too sure, but he's just trying his best at this point.
Yeah. And let's see. We'll go ahead and say, as you go to the money side of things, just to see what's in there. Any of you that had any money that was in there, most of it is intact, but each of you will lose 200 gold from it.
Okay.
That's only from the money you had in the pillowcase. If you didn't have any to begin with, then don't worry about it.
So
Imagine keeping your money in a
614.
pillowcase instead of spending it.
Yeah, imagine keeping your money in a pillowcase instead of putting it in your big old
This is
bag.
this is the lesson I'm trying to teach, guys. You can never save up. You should always spend your money, and you should never have any sort of fiscal responsibility.
Should have put it in a factory savings account.
I literally have stacks right now. I can go band for band. All right.
I'd like to pull out
Even
the
200 out. Even 200 out. I've got stacks. I got bands. You couldn't be me.
Don't worry, I don't have a purpose to use the fucked up money for, but the melted, is there clumps of just gold?
Yes, the gold wasn't destroyed.
Please don't pick it up.
It was just melted.
Don't pick it up. You're gonna burn the fuck out of your hand.
Yeah, I know.
No, you've
Yeah.
stopped all the fire. It's not gonna burn you.
It's gonna be super heated.
Yeah, that bell is gonna be fucking hot, dude.
Oh yeah, that shit's gone. Don't even touch that.
We could melt it down for money.
Oh, you can melt it down.
I'm going to hang on to the scraps of gold.
Sure, absolutely.
Not for spending, of course. Don't worry, I'm not gonna try to cheat the system. Mop will go into the kitchen, and she will look for any utensils she can save, and pots, pans, and the like.
Mm-hmm.
What does she find any? Her cast iron skillet, maybe?
I feel like a cast iron skillet is pretty heat resistant, so sure.
Just looking for, bottle openers and like little jimmies. The silverware. How's the silverware?
Yeah.
No silverware?
Probably not. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, I think she did borrow some silverware from her family.
Oh.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
I'm kidding,
This house is a fucking bear.
That may or may not be true. Either way, basically all of it is gone. Maybe a couple forks, a couple spoons, a knife or two.
But yeah, other than that, just fucking absolutely tarnished and melted, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll also cast those aside for a little art project. And she will, come out with this stack of things that got absolutely not fucked up. It's fucked funny. And she will come outside, set them down before returning to Amaya.
Yeah. And so we'll move back to Amaya. At this point, with everyone that can be healed, Craggletooth, Frick, seems in good shape. By the next morning, he should be up and about.
Okay.
But with that, as everyone is healed, the fire gone, everything salvaged. There's still a few things. I think the first of which, the most obvious, is Colin. Lizzie just looked at me and made the deepest frown in the hallway.
Good, you deserve it.
You deserve it.
Divorce him right now!
No.
No, don't do that. That's too much paperwork. That's a lot of
Wait.
I will very quickly touch on that, Cass. After looking through, yes, you can find the card, but you will find it is a little singed.
You're gonna die.
Holy fuck, that feels like a big thing to just leave out.
It's a little singed. In fact, roll me an insight check, Cassian.
Okay. Where's my fucking thing?
Just soak it in water and hang it to dry. You'll be fine.
It'll be
You're wise.
fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looking over this, the damage is minimal. You're gonna be fine. However, the scribe was very deliberate about keeping, that paper, safe. And the paper given to Kovac doesn't look like it's damaged in any way, shape, or form. You don't think that the scribe was less concerned about this. You think that the card was specifically targeted.
Oh, okay.
Whoever was here that did this, it could have been Josiah, it could have been a contact. They were trying to burn that card. They were trying to destroy it.
Oh my god, little
Fuck.
Snapper Dan.
Is it that? Fuck, no, is it? Shit. Oh, it can't be. Because we drew that card about the guy that's looking for the deck.
Oh, you're right.
Well,
Why
he's
you laughing
laughing,
like a-
so I guess that
why you
means
laughing like-
maybe.
So that's
Oh, motherfucker.
I would never find
Hey.
a fun use for a rather useless
you.
card that you drew.
If that's
Hate
who I
you.
think it is, if it's who I think it is, I'm going to punch his head from his shoulders. I can promise you this.
Who do you think it is? I'm not gonna say
I'm
anything.
not gonna. Okay. Well, actually, I'm thinking about it more, and if it was him, we wouldn't stand a chance. But the only other gambler-associated person that
Oh,
I
Flaming
remember
Will?
hearing about. Yes. And flaming, shit's
Yeah.
on fire. Anyways.
It's a fair assumption.
Yeah, I think Cass will just take one look at it, and then sort of just completely disregard it and just probably just rest their head on the top of the scribe's head and just huff out of breath.
Mm-hmm.
Just very much trying to calm down. But I think at that point in time, they probably most likely are watching what's going on with Colin, and they just freeze over, I think.
Absolutely.
Think. Then I think with everything else kind of happening and the night spreading out, Amaya's moved from Colin's side over to stabilizing his head. She's covering his eyes with one of her hands. And as she looks at him, she looks exhausted. As she's trying to figure out what else is there she could do.
Mm-hmm. As a cleric, Amaya, you have gone through the motions that a typical cleric would. You've attempted to heal them. It did not work. You've attempted to revive them. It did not work. There is really only one other thing you can do. And it is to bury him. Properly. With reverence. To what God might be unclear to Amaya in this moment, but it's the only respect you could give him now.
Mm-hmm. It kind of settles in. She doesn't really want to think about it that much. But she's not going to be the one to go and tell the party that he's gone. She'll let them come when they're ready. But at the very least, she's going to she doesn't have any needle and thread on her or anything. So she's just going to cover Colin's eyes, at least to keep his face protected from the rain.
Absolutely.
Mom's first instinct would be to, look at the book, see maybe anything, maybe something in the margins. I don't know.
Looking.
But I imagine she would find anything.
Looking at your book, there is a feeling, a message that begins to run through your body, a chill running down your spine, the familiar coldness of a hand on your shoulder, as you begin to hear a whisper.
You lost someone today, didn't you?
Mumbling nod.
I understand. It isn't an easy feeling to move past. But
And Mop will
Oh.
say
Mhm.
in her mind, I guess, if he can so much as hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything I can do?
a pause. Necromancy is a magic, most foul at times. However, this one seems far beyond that. So no, there is nothing you can do for him, but you can do something else. You are a talented child. You understand things that others cannot. And you have seen hardship that others have not. There is power within you, if you can find it. And you will make sure that the only hand the enemy ever lays on you or your friends, your family, will be on their own allies. Do you wish for this? To show them their mistake of crossing you?
I don't know. Maybe.
You are mature, Mop. Power can be quite corrupting. You temper your desire for such things. I can respect something like that. But as long as you lack the capability to protect those around you, they will keep dying. I am not to force something upon you, but understand what I am saying and what I offer.
And
We have to pay extra for the guilt tripping, or
Mop will close the book and put it away and make her way over to Amaya,
Absolutely.
and will put her hand on Amaya's.
Absolutely.
Think there'll be a moment that Amaya won't do anything. And then she's gonna give Mop's hand a gentle yet shaky squeeze. And
Mop will go in for a hug.
yeah?
Yeah, Mop will go in for a hug. Amaya will hug her back with a wink. Oh. And Mop will start fucking wailing, dude. She's fucking.
Absolutely.
I've been thinking about it, and I know other people have certainly been thinking about it, but that card that Kovok has is it's a secret, I think. It's very intentionally not told people about it. And faced with a situation like this one, I think that decision is really justified because there is a internal battle being waged that would certainly not have been any more helpful to have to deal with if there were outside pressures. You know, people telling them to do one thing or the other. But there is the thought of attempting to resurrect Colin using the wish spell.
Yeah. There is a weight. There is a balance flooding through Kovak at the moment. Because you could right now use this and bring him back. But it comes at a cost.
A great one.
The use of the spell can rectify any tragedy, past, present, or future. You could use it to save more than just one life. Maybe not of people terribly important, but that doesn't make their lives less important. You can use it to save one of your friends in a future battle, maybe if Josiah kills them again like they did last time. And then you think about last time, maybe you could bring them back. Or maybe you could do none of those things. Maybe this could be used for something else. Maybe to convince people of the wrong Josiah has done and fix something from the inside out. Maybe you could kill someone. You could wish Thogloth dead. Immediately get your revenge. You could wish Josiah dead. Avenge Colin. Or you could do nothing. It's a heavy weight. And I don't know if Kovak is wise enough to understand that there truly is no correct answer. But if he is, then he should know that there isn't.
Yeah, because realistically, me speaking here, resurrection as a spell, 7th level, restores body parts, you know? And I think the timing on that is like a century. Kovak doesn't know this, but 7th level might not be attainable in this campaign, but within the next 10 years with how these guys are going, in terms of their level progression.
Sure.
It's not impossible for them to do it naturally, but that's me talking. Kovak, on the other hand, there's way, way, way too much for him to be thinking about that right now. And again, that's why he's so glad that he's kept it such a well-guarded secret, because lovingly, I think if he had to deal with people telling him to use or not use the card, he would have absolutely crashed the fuck out. He might have even just ripped it. Whether or not that does anything, he would have at least, attempted if there was that sort of a thing, because he's in such a fragile state at the minute.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to use the card.
Yeah. There might be a moment where guilt can creep in, but swiftly that guilt can fall away, because truthfully, no matter what you did in this moment, you would have still felt guilty. So, with that knowledge in the back of your mind, the card tucked away, you also have the paper. You don't have to read it now. You don't have to read it ever, honestly, if you don't want to.
No, I'm gonna read it now.
Okay. I'm gonna read this to you first. It's a bit long, and it's a bit poorly written, because Kralp wrote it, and also because I wrote it very quickly. I'm gonna read it out loud, but I'm just gonna send it to you personally so that you can listen as I'm reading. It will read, if you are reading this, then you can go fuck yourself, Kovak. Likely, you killed me, or Thogloth did. Either way, I'm dead. If not, then burn this letter, and I'll just tell you myself. That being said, knowing you, you're gonna read it either way. Enough wasting time. Thogloth isn't just a power-hungry murderer, he's a smart one. He didn't have us kill your old mates for nothing. Well, kinda. They didn't do anything wrong, and they didn't deserve to die, but it wasn't exactly accidentally or purposeless. See, Thogloth didn't trust us three, me and the other two throats he slit. He knows as long as we know his plan, then we will eventually need to go. So he made you. Didn't you ever wonder why you lived? Did you think that he didn't see where you were hiding? Once he saw that the others had died, he instructed us to leave you. We didn't know why, but I had my suspicions. And so I wondered and wonder why. Why did he keep you alive? This callous, vengeful, vindictive little shit who would stop at nothing to avenge his fallen friends. Then it hit me. He wanted us dead. And he wanted it to look like it was an act of vengeance rather than a slight against loyalty. He made you. He made you to kill us. Do you get it? This act of vengeance isn't yours, it's his. Now, while I don't want to die, I'm not a fucking idiot. You want to kill me and I don't blame you. And if you did, congrats. I hate your guts and I hope you burn in hell. But I hate that piece of shit Thogloth much more. You may kill me, but he orchestrated it. So I'm gonna help you. He's in the Bay of Thorns, which I'm sure you knew, but I don't think you know why. He's gathering defectors of the Pecan to wage a war on him and usurp him. He plans to not only usurp him, but also Dacia as a whole. Using the Greaves and the rest of the armor, he's gonna slaughter the church after the Pecan. The worst part is, he wants you to help him. I got some contacts in Revigo. Tell him you to prune the rose, and they'll help you get through the bay. You're a piece of shit. I hate you, and the only reason I don't wish you were dead is because I hate him more. So, kick his ass for me, and I might consider backing your case when they try to send you to hell.
Fox.
Yep.
I think you absolutely gagged Sam there. Look at that.
I'm gagged, Mama. Boots. I think with everything that's just gone down, with the obliteration of someone that had helped them, with the near-death experience, the loss of the caravan, knowing that the scribe's death is feeling like it's going to be inevitable and everything, and now this, I think Kovak's just going to very gingerly take a few steps away, find a nice soft patch of grass, and he is just going to fall into it and curl up. And I, like a bitch.
Yeah. We pan upwards as the rain pelts down on a destroyed home, a body, friends and family. People are sobbing, thinking, holding one another. And there is a small jump in time. Much later in the night, once people are slightly put together, what do you do with Colin? Do you give him a funeral, even if it's a small one? Do you just bury him, and call it a day? Do you do a secret third thing that I don't know about?
I vote for funeral.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a funeral.
Yeah.
I think what Amaya will do, and I think probably her last act as doing something for Anagros is, and more than likely with the help of the marshals and the knights, she will perform Anagros burial rites. Somewhere a bit away from the mess.
I know.
Definitely not in this like clearing where the caravan is. Somewhere a bit more quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I know Colin was, part of the, the Church of Anagros, but is there any chance he was a follower of a different god? Isn't there like a pantheon?
There is a pantheon. There's a lot of people. A lot of different gods that follow a lot of different things. I will say, Amaya, as you begin to speak these words, do you go through it even after you get through the first few sentences and realize that your words hold no real meaning or power when spoken in this way? They are hollow.
I think she'll start. She'll get through about half of the burial rites, and then she's going to stop. Not because of her words having no weight, but because the priest of the very god that Colin worshipped was the one to make him meet his end. And it doesn't feel right to have her pray to a god who wants this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think after a little while, she might think of Ard. Or at least his perspective of everything, and she'll alter the burial speech into one that I have a feeling she might have learned at least a bit about the traditions of Ard.
Oh, sure. It's a pantheon.
Yeah.
And I think in that, Mop, your question is answered simultaneously as Amaya stops and you begin to wonder, is there another god? Is there anything else? You saw a moment ago the chains of Ard wrapping around him. You know that he was really fond of Tenjara, a priest of Kaisen. Either of those, perhaps. And I think with your understanding of that and your knowledge on the subject, both of you can perform the rites of Ard rather than Anagros. The knights will do what they can. And is there anything any of you would like to say, or would you like me to just cut to the end?
Well, Mr. Carlin, never done a funeral before, really. Usually I'm very quiet during these. But thank you very much for looking out after us, and I hope your rest is very peaceful and restful, and you really did a lot for us, and hopefully we can repay you by bringing Josiah to justice. And Mop will take the seeds from the periwinkle, which she hangs on to, and will put them on the dirt surrounding his grave.
Mm-hmm. You can see some, not only those seeds, but from the cure wounds earlier going through his body to the nearest source of life, the flower you had given him way long time ago. Sprouts in the dirt, growing taller and taller, where his head would be. Is there anything else from anyone else? Very well. Please.
I think probably one of the last things that Amaya will do is that she'll... Sorry, I got distracted by the side chat. She'll... Are there any wildflowers or anything in the area nearby?
Certainly, yeah.
She'll grab a couple, and then she'll grab one of the remaining moonflowers that she got from the Sirwood. She'll place it at the head of more than likely what sort of makeshift tombstone they made. And she'll just quietly go, "You were right. On that ship going to the Isle of Ard, you mentioned that Dasha was some sort of gilded cage. I wondered for a while if it meant that much to you. Why didn't you just leave?" And I realized perhaps it was much more difficult for you. I don't think I can ask much from you. But forgive me that my ignorance has led to this. I never saw you as a bad person when you said that to me. I just wanted you to desperately be wrong. And she'll lay those wildflowers down, and then she will probably be one of the first to leave.
Is there anything else from anyone else?
This is something I think that probably would have been done before, like, a grave was necessarily made kind of in that time skip, but
Sure.
Craggletooth at some point likely would have gone through and just started kind of checking what he had on him and making a small pile next to him for Tanjara when she wakes up.
Okay.
Of just anything useful that's not like
Yes.
his armor or something to be
Yeah.
buried with him.
For a moment, I was like, "You are not looting Colin, are you?"
No, that's the standards. What do you take me for? The opposite have death rights too.
How much money he got?
What shoes you got on?
Dirty paws off.
What shoes you got on your casket?
Once first.
He got any gold fillings?
Tanjara has dibs. Everybody, get your filthy paws off.
Yeah. You can find a few things, none of them of particular note, just things of sentimental value. You will find a small vial of a clear liquid that for a moment you think has to be some kind of potion.
Yes.
But looking at it long enough, it appears to be a vial of seawater.
This boy was a Kaizen worshiper. Love that for him. Right? Yeah.
You don't.
Setting it aside.
Yeah, you could set that. But other than that, I imagine you bury him, armor and all. Absolutely. Was there anything else?
Actually, can I do one more thing?
Sure.
I don't know if this will work. But am I, is gonna cast some sort of divination? Does Colin have a family?
Oh, God.
Say no, man. I can't handle this shit no more.
Do I pull on something absolutely miserable? Do I make a connection? I think I do.
Do it.
You
do
freaking
it.
may
Fuck
as
you,
well,
do it.
man.
Do it.
You
Fuck
may as
fuck
well.
Yes.
Hey, we might as well beat the dead horse.
Dead horses.
Yes. You see, for a brief moment, a place familiar to you, as well as most of the party. It's a place you have not been for months, but a place nonetheless that you do remember. An old farm, long abandoned last time you saw it. You see
I'm gonna beat you to death.
somewhat revitalized. You see two people, to and fro, walking about, very, very old, working on the farm. There are a few workers as well. They appear to have returned only recently to this place. It seems that there was an influx of gold that allowed them to buy this place back. You presume, from someone getting a promotion. But they are there.
Alright, guys, time to go back to session 2.
You
Yeah.
need to fuck yourself in every way, shape, and form. You did not do this to me. Is his name different, Dust?
Is his name different? What do you mean?
Colin.
Yeah, his name's Colin.
I trust you.
Hey, all I'm saying is, you never
Does he
learned
have
his
a
last
surname?
name.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw you on the
Fuck
document.
you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Do not tell Kovac this.
This is gonna
Do not tell Kovac
If you
this.
tell him this, he is going to fucking lose it.
Oh,
So yeah.
sorry, I need to
you
do an
want,
asshole
but-
roll.
Tell him if you want, but oh god, just
Well,
understand.
it's not even an asshole roll. I don't think anyone even knows this about Kovac.
No. He
What?
hasn't talked about having a brother.
Are you joking me?
Oh!
For a brief
Wow.
context for the players, if you'll let me tell them, Sam.
Yeah, go
Um,
for it, yeah.
Kovac was adopted by the people that owned the Happy Days farm, which is where you were in the second session. For a brief explanation, because I don't think it will come up again, they could not afford to stay there. But Colin someone in relation to them, maybe another adopted, maybe something else, unknown, got enough money to allow them to buy it back.
No.
Ow.
How? He's a black cloak. Was a black cloak.
Thanks
Happy
for
birthday,
clarifying.
Sam.
But, like,
Happy
Sam,
birthday,
like,
Sam.
Kovak would have recognized it.
He would have. Which means there's something a bit more complicated going on. It's less that this is Kovak's brother, like directly in relationship.
It's a relation of some kind.
Like
Yes.
a half-brother, maybe.
Oh.
There is a connection there. At the very least, Amaya, when you search for Colin's family, quote unquote, this is the result you get. And that does not mean it's blood. That does not mean it's anything. It means that there's a connection there. And it is familial as perceived by Colin.
And I'll give forewarning to the paladin that's about to crash out. She'll mention this, not right now. This will be something that Amaya will talk about, probably on a downtime, or I will, if we get more free time in the session, I'll have Amaya bring it up to the party as a whole.
I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, fuck, man, this session's already been miserable. Pull the rabbit, just rip the band-aid off.
Yeah.
But
she'll rip
you'll
the
have
band-aid
that.
off, but she'll rip it off later. Sorry, Sam. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! All that is to say. There's that. You know where Colin's quote-unquote family is. If you ever get the time to return to them, or get news to them, you can. However, back to the funeral itself, is there anything anyone else has?
No.
No, of course, leave him some butterscotch.
Sure. A nice treat. In that case, as the clouds begin to part, and the stars and moonlight settle down around you, it's like 2 a.m. at this point. You will sit at the foot of a grave of a man whose body was formed of blackened steel, a cage of a job not wanted for the sake of the others around him, his carapace not reflecting what lied within. He defied his job, his orders, for the protection of the people he cared about. For everyone there. And while not of the religion that he worships, the scribe will step forward and will speak a small Lunanoran prayer, a small segment from it. A little phrase, not out of reverence to the lady, but instead out of defiance, that same defiance that Colin showed not a few hours ago. Chains cannot bind light. For that is what the flame in his heart emitted. But after that, after a very difficult day and a very difficult night, there's still tomorrow, and you have to rest. Whether it's a good rest is up for debate, but you must rest nonetheless.
I'd like to use sending.
On who?
On my mother.
Absolutely.
Hi, Mama. It's Mom. Feeling bad today. Lost a friend. Also called someone a fuckhead. I shouldn't say bad words. I know. That's 25. I think is it 20 or 25?
It's 25 is the total.
Yeah, but okay. That's it.
You will very quickly get a response back as Nora, on the other side of the continent, wakes up. And she will say, "I'm very sorry. I am here for you, even if not there. I love you more than anything. And I wish them the best, as I would my own child." This might go over 25. Also, you are an adult. You can curse. I'm not going to get mad.
Mop has her, like, her jaw slung open, just like, oh my god. Just, like, absolutely incredulous.
People can be real pieces of shit sometimes.
Just in the middle of the camp, everyone just hears her go, oh!
And there will be a pause, and then the sending spell will get cast back at you. And you will hear, "When you are done, please come home. I'd love to make you dinner, and everyone already misses you again. You can tell me about your journey, good and bad. And I can give you a well-earned hug."
Let me think of a response, hang on.
Yeah.
The tears from your eyes, my friend.
I hate this fucking campaign.
The joyous little laugh.
Hi, Mama.
I should have just let my fucking
It's Mom
layover off
again.
while I was.
It's Mom again!
Well, if I knew this was gonna happen.
Want to come home more than anything. But my friends need me. Maybe I'll bring them home with me whenever I'm done. Love you.
You will,
Hugs and kisses, Mom.
you will get back a very simple, "That sounds lovely. I love you too, Mop. Stay safe. XOXO. Mom."
You know, maybe I should start using. I should stop using that. Using that many words just to tell people it's me. We have another sending left.
Yeah, you have, I think, yeah, you have quite a few spell slots.
Okay. I'll use a sending on our good friend Kiana.
Okay.
Hi, Kiana. Resisting the urge to say it's Mom. Wondering what you and
Nelra.
Nelra. Shit, thank you, I forgot.
I got you.
Are up to. Had a very sad day today. I will talk to you about it another time. Love you, Mom. XOXO.
You will get back We are near Niceet, heading westward for a small town near Surwood. Things are bad. There are unchained everywhere. Oh, sorry, not unchained. Chained.
Unchained?
There are chained. Yeah. There are chained legion everywhere. They're asking for you. Nelra's a good liar. I am not. We will see you soon.
And Bob will kind of look around the camp and just kind of avoid stewing in the misery too much longer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And she will hand, as if Tanjara is still out, she will take her bedroll and give it to Tanjara.
Absolutely.
And then just kind of curl up next to her, fall asleep on the dirt.
Yeah. I, very quickly, need to go to the bathroom. So I'll be right back.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Yeah, good
I'm
time
gonna
to
do
get
the same thing real
energized.
quick.
I was pissed, girl.
So do you come here often?
Oh, I wish I didn't. That's how I feel right now. I wish I didn't come here as often as I do.
Yeah, you guys shouldn't have woke me up. I would have been fine sleeping this off.
Paddy is losing his shit right now. Stop it.
Patty!
Paddy!
Patty,
Little
I guess
Such a little guy.
He is just a little
Okay.
guy.
little man.
I can't look at him now and not think about what you and Sephi said about his neck being long. I
Yeah,
hate
he
it.
is.
So
He has a long fucking neck.
I thought it was proportional to the rest of his body, but no, it's not.
The neck is the same length as his head is.
Oh, that's a long neck.
It is. It's like you took a clay model and then you just decided to elongate the neck.
You're a clay model.
Sam, speak to me like that again. I'm gonna tell Kowak about his dead half-brother.
Do it anyways. Please just rip the fucking band-aid off. Please rip the fucking...
You think that I'm gonna tell Kowak about his half-dead brother? It's awful.
Rip the fucking band-aid off. I am begging you. Because if
Oh,
I have to roleplay this motherfucker sad for 2 sessions in a row, you know?
Yeah.
Hey guys, aren't you so glad that we don't have D&D next week?
Aren't you so glad that...
What the fuck?
And then I start crying real loud and shit.
Yeah, me too.
Hey guys, did you know this is my last session of Lack of Love, and then I'm
Shut
fucking
the
quitting?
fuck up. You are not quitting.
So now, here's the thing, right? Is that if you quit, I'm just gonna have to fly to Ireland and pry your eyes open while you hop on a VC, to stay around. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know how to say this, but I think we would like high genuinely, we would grab you and pull you back in. Look at
See-
too much. I cannot replace them. Please.
I say this with as much love as possible. If you quit, I'm gonna call your mom and tell her to rip you a new one.
Oh.
Not your ma. Your ma.
You all might be joking around, but I do genuinely appreciate that.
Love you. You're my friend. You're my friend.
And I'm stealing the woo-woos from your house.
Oh, I told my mom.
I have returned.
Because I'm happy.
Why are you back? Go away, evil creature.
Dust?
Go away.
Oh wait, I can block dust. I'm gonna block and mute dust. Hold
Oh,
on.
no.
Well,
report for cyberbullying.
You all can take a well-deserved long rest. You will wake up as the sun
Okay,
rises. Yeah?
Oh. Okay, I'm wondering now if it's a little too late.
What's up?
About what?
I just raised my hand.
I was gonna just rip the Band-Aid off.
Do it.
And I think, yeah, the last thing that Maya will mention, is she'll say, we will need to go back to, it's been a while, but we'll need to go back to that farm that we were last in when we first joined the Chained Legion. I had a feeling he had family there, and regardless of faith or practice or worship or anything else, someone needs to give his family closure. I can do it. It won't be too much of a problem. It might not be too happy to see me if I work closely with Josiah, but we owe him that at least.
I think, since reading the note, I'm assuming someone probably had to come and get him from the fucking field that he lay in, curled up in a ball.
Yeah.
His eyes have been soulless and kind of just empty. And he still has that look on his face. And his neck just cranes to look at Amaya. What do you mean, the farm?
Do you remember, just a couple days after we fully joined that caravan, we were at this farm and we almost all died to these stupid fucking vegetables?
He doesn't nod his head, but there's that look that's like, yeah, of course I know that, Lamau.
I just did some divination. He has a family there. And Dash is not going to give them closure.
What do they look like?
Did Amaya get a physical description?
You can.
She did.
If you wish to relay it, I did not describe how they looked out loud, but you did see them, so you can relay what they look like.
The only really important thing is that it's two humans, and that the male is a little shorter than the female.
Yeah, you can relay that.
Yeah. She'll just relay it as humans.
Was there another one? Was there a third one?
A third what? Human?
Human. Was there a third human?
There were quite a few people. You saw a few working in the field. Likely one of them was human, at least.
There were workers there of many different races. It was fuzzy. There might have been a human there, but there was a couple that stood out the most.
And even with that, he's absolutely catastrophized, and I think he's going to think the absolute worst, that the person that he just buried was his brother, his half-brother.
Sure. Make me
And at that point,
make me an insight
Hmm?
check with disadvantage because you're going through it. But I'm gonna see if you
very
can
disadvantaged.
if you can glean something from it.
Can Amaya help him and cancel out that disadvantage?
No, only because you don't know these people.
Got it. Okay.
I think with a 7, there's definitely something more complicated to this than what Kovac is immediately assuming. But I think in this moment, that doesn't matter. I think in this moment, Kovac is going to assume what he's going to assume.
And he's just going to very slowly cover his eyes a little. And is just going to... He's going to lose it. I'm not going to do it for obvious reasons. Because it is 8 in the morning and also my parents are still here.
Yeah.
But he's going to absolutely fucking lose it. It's not like anything violent. It's not a rampage. It is the most like chaotic, frantic sort of scream crying you might have ever heard. It sounds like something you would hear in a mental institution.
Yeah.
But he's absolutely fucking inconsolable. The one thing that he keeps repeating, in and amongst all the other words that are unintelligible for the most part, the one phrase that he keeps managing to repeat is, "I buried my brother."
Mm-hmm.
I think Amaya was just about to ask just the most obvious question, as if Amaya could not read the room. She was about to be like, "Are you alright?" And then
Crashes the fuck out in front of you.
yeah. Valid Kovac crash out. She'll stop. And I think after a little while, she'll sit beside Kovac. She won't say anything, but she'll take a wing and, at the very least, shield him from the rain. Kind of wrapping it around him.
Absolutely. Move away from there to Cassian. A little ways away from everyone else. The camp. Whatever makeshift thing was set up for shelter tonight. You're alone. The sky parts ever so slightly. The stars and moonlight shine through.
Oh. I think whenever they're gonna take a bit to, just watch what everything's going on. They're when the clouds part, does the moonlight shine down onto them?
Partially.
They take a few steps away. They look towards the party, and then to what remains of the caravan. They hear what Kovac is yelling. And I think they'll shift to the wolf form and they'll run off. If there's any woods nearby.
Yeah. There are some minor patches that aren't the Sirwood proper.
Yeah. They still have hunger on their back in that form, but they're going to take themselves off and they run to the forest, out of the rain and out of the...
Did you say that are you taking hunger off of your back and leaving it?
No. Hunger's with them.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
And when they make it to the forest, they keep going until they're just completely out of sight and they can't hear anything going on with the party anymore. And they're not gonna, like, say anything, but I think turning back into human form, they're going to, like, take hunger. And they're just gonna probably crash out a bit, but they're gonna, like, go off, try and, like, hunt for things just to distract themselves, but whenever that doesn't help, like, calm them down, they're gonna just start swinging their axe at, like, the trees. They're gonna throw the axe, and they're gonna just start screaming at the top of their lungs. And at some point, they're not gonna curse her, but they are gonna just start yelling at her. They're gonna start yelling at Lunanora about everything and just completely fall apart. And I think they'll leave Hunger, like, in the tree that they, like, toss the axe at, and they'll, like, lean against the same tree, and they'll just stay there for a bit, like, yelling, asking Lunanora why this happened, why people keep dying, where do they even go from here? Because they can get the armor. They can very well get the armor, but that doesn't stop her from dying. It doesn't stop the scribe from losing themselves. It doesn't stop people that they promised that they would protect. It doesn't stop them from dying. And there will be a bit where Cass will openly start questioning their faith in Lunanora.
There will be a moment as you do this, and as you are yelling, the clouds will begin to move again, covering whatever bits of the sky that you could see before. And you will see, after you hear a sound behind you, a quick shift, and the scribe will be standing there. Just watching you.
They don't look directly up at him. They'll just look at probably, like, the bottom of his robes and know that it's him straight away. And they'll switch to wolf form just so they have the excuse of not talking, despite the fact that, the scribe knows that, they can talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll take Hunger in their teeth and start walking off a wee bit, like dragging the axe after them.
Scribe will tilt his head, almost confused, and then we'll look up to the clouds, and will open his mouth and mutter something that you can't quite hear because of your distance. And we'll just kind of start talking seemingly to himself out loud, shaking his head, having a conversation. But if you walk away, then you walk away.
You see, I was gonna have them keep walking away until you said that. You fucker.
If they would walk away, they can walk away. That's perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with that.
Okay. if the scribe had have stopped talking, I think they would have just kept going. But when they're like walking, like they can probably like just hear him mumbling, right?
Yeah.
They'll stop and like turn their head a bit. They still won't meet his gaze, but whenever they like notice that he's still just talking, their head will lift a wee bit.
They'll look towards you.
They'll look back to where they were going, and their head will lower a bit more, and Cass will... When they get close up to him, they'll just drop the axe. They'll like open their jaws and drop the axe, and then they'll just sit in front of him, and they'll keep their head lowered so they can't look at him.
Why are you ashamed?
They'll look up to the sky to see if they can like see any trace of the moon like through the clouds.
Bits and pieces peeking through.
They'll look back to the scribe and like sort of just direct his gaze with theirs to try and like just non-verbally just refer back to their crash out over Lunanora and them just not knowing what to do and questioning like their faith in her.
They will nod. I have been doing this for a very long time. A fact that all of you know well at this point. I'm a broken record when it comes to these things. So... Sorry, that tickled me. So... It should be of no surprise that in 20,000 years, I have more than once, more than a few times, questioned my purpose, my faith. I am a being of divine knowledge. I see people's futures vividly. I have watched civilizations fall, crash, and burn, and I have done everything in my power to stop it. And yet, they do not listen. And they fall anyways. Such loss is devastating. Especially those of the personal variety. You are special, Cassian. You, by all means, should not exist as you are. And yet, in defiance against the laws of the world itself, you do. You are devoted. You are brave. And you have committed great, great sacrifice. And that sacrifice has led to your death, and many, many others around you. Except, to what end? What has that gotten you? Gotten your friends, your family, those that have passed? You can't see it, but you've granted them a future that that people do not have. You've granted them a place alongside the lady. The only one that has lost more than anyone, is yourself. Because you have died, and you are not with her. I'm rambling, Cassian. What I am trying to tell you is that your devotion is immeasurable. And doubt will slip in. It is only natural. There will be times where perhaps you might doubt so far that you leave altogether. I've seen it happen. Some perceive it to be unfortunate. I perceive it to be a path. You do what you must, Cassian. But know that your work is not in vain. It never has been. And it never will be.
In response to that, Cass will push forward a memory that they have. A few memories of them telling Colin and Tanjara that everything was going to be okay. And they would do everything they can not to let anything happen to them. And then they'll push forward their memory, like through their eyes, of seeing Tanjara, and then from the corner of their eye, Colin just dropping dead because of Josiah.
Mm-hmm. You all are facing an obstacle that is greater than many have ever seen. You are facing not a follower of a god, but someone who is so devoted to their god that they have become them in some part. They are an avatar of something greater. It is not that you could not keep your promise. It is that someone saw your promise and wished to break you by breaking it. If your faith falters because of your own ideologies, your own thoughts, your own ideas, that is understandable, reasonable. And there is no one that can judge you for that. However, Cassian, you will not let him falter your faith for you. Because you did not break a promise. He did.
Their ears will prick up at that. Their head will lift. And this time around, when they raise their head, they will look at the scribe. And they'll digest the words a wee bit. And they'll frown, and then they'll snarl a bit. Not at him, but more so at, I suppose, in like agreeance with what the scribe has said.
Mm-hmm. The scribe will reach forward and put a hand on your nose. What was it called? The muzzle? The bridge of the nose.
Muzzle,
Yeah,
snout,
snout.
whatever it is.
Yeah, snout. There you go.
Yeah.
The snoot.
The snoot.
Snoot.
And he will say, "When you think of this again, Cassian, it is difficult for us to believe that we are not fighting for their present or their past. We are not here for honor. We are not here to save lives current. We are here to save the future. That is why we have been given the gifts that we are granted. Alive or dead, everyone deserves a future. Now, you need to go to sleep.
They'll nod. They'll nod once. And then they'll scoot forward, and then they'll just like rest their head over the scribe's shoulder and raise a paw to his back. They're attempted a hug.
Mm-hmm. They'll hug back. And I think from there, I have one last thing I'd like to do. Craggletooth.
Hmm?
How well do you sleep tonight?
You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably not well.
At some point during your rest, I imagine you are sleeping nearby Frick.
Oh, that boy is not leaving her arms.
Absolutely. At one point...
Also,
Oh, please.
just at some point, she's gonna slip the little gold piece that Frick slipped into her pocket back in Dea's.
All right.
Just eventually he'll find it. But
At one point, during one of your lapses in rest, Frick will begin to stir, and his eyes will begin to flutter open. And with a start, he will raise upwards, breathing heavily, sweating. He'll look around in a panic, and then he'll see you. And while that panic is still there, any immediate reaction will subside. And he'll say, Oh, Craggletooth. Oh. What?
you're all right.
Yeah, no, I'm great. He looks at the remains of the caravan. Oh. Alright, is this the nightmare now? Did I just wake up from one? Or am I still asleep and none of it is real?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're awake, because I'm awake. But
Damn.
I think it's over now.
Damn. Alright. Well, I think he looks at the caravan, and he looks at you, and you're still holding him, and it just now, like, dawns on him that you are. And he's going to rest his head on you.
Oh. She will wrap her arms around him, and just kind of brush some of his hair out of his face, and just hold him.
He will hold you. This is a very, very young person who, like you, has been through very similar torment.
Ooh, yeah.
And even though he is younger than you, perhaps it is a touch terrifying how much he is exhibiting the same behaviors that you are. Because as he leans his head on you, he does not cry. His eyes
Family
just...
resemblance.
Yeah, his eyes just kind of dart back and forth as he's deep in thought. And this child who is not allowed to be one will, still holding you, say, I think we're going to the island soon, yeah?
That's next on our list.
Yeah. I think, Nailbiter should be waiting for us.
Mhm.
Good.
That's what I've heard.
Good.
So we're gonna go meet up, and then we'll get you, probably head out, maybe see if we can, get back to Citadel or something,
There's a pause.
What? What's gonna happen after the island?
At that, she'll pause herself and kind of tilt her head and glance out at the rest of the caravan. And she'll give a little shrug and go, I'm not really sure, but I think it'd be really nice if you and me and Nailbiter can get out of Dodge and go hole up somewhere for a little while until everything calms down,
There will be a pause. He nods at first and then says,
Leave everyone?
She'll hesitate for a moment and then nod slowly.
I'm not really as smart as you and Nailbiter.
You're like 1-year-old. You're not supposed to be.
I know. But I don't think that's... I don't want to do that.
She'll kind of raise an eyebrow at him. Can I ask why?
I mean, you know us. We're not saving type of people.
Understatement of the century, but go on.
But Crackletooth, they found us. The caravan. They can see us. And they want to kill you. And they want to kill us. Unless we have a way to hide from them properly, we're always gonna be running.
And that hits on something that Craggletooth has entirely avoided thinking about for a very long time. Her ears will flick down and back, and she'll sigh, and she'll move her hand from his head kind of to his back to rub it a little bit and say, yeah. But if we stay, then Well, first of all, you shouldn't be here at all, right? You should be
He frowns.
anywhere.
He frowns and goes and says, "Rude but true."
I'm allowed to be rude. I'm your older sister. And she'll poke him a little bit.
And I'm allowed to be sassy. I'm your younger brother. He'll poke you back.
You know what? There's an approving nod. Like you're a little shit, but like respectable because I'm also a little shit.
Make me a perception check.
Uh-huh. Where's the perception?
What does a 14 do it? Let's see. It does not. Okay, you don't notice anything.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yeah, if you'd like.
Because it's gonna be burned anyway, and I think it'll be funny. Oh, I saw that 19. Wow.
It was almost so
That's-
beautiful
wow.
and wonderful. No, you don't notice anything. Anyways.
Okay. Well, now if you'll remember, the first time you asked me, I did say, I did lead with the whole "I'm not Thur," right? You can't really hold me to anything I've just said because I did lead with the "I'm not Thur." I'm not like the end all be all for what the plan is because we also
sounds like
have to get.
Sounds like a cop out. It just kind of sounds like.
Okay, so let me teach you something, Frick. There's a thing called "I'm not Thur" cop out that I have just performed for you. It's a great thing. I can do it because I have practice at it. Okay. One day you'll be able to do it too, but it takes practice.
He chuckles.
Yeah, but no, I seriously, like, I'm a little torn because I don't want to fight these guys. Look,
You don't get to fight those guys.
yeah, well, that's what I was getting at. I'm not fighting anyone.
Crackletooth is shaking her head slowly.
Level 300 fighter, frick.
Level 3 billion rogue.
Yes.
This is actually Probal. You just didn't know.
No.
No.
It was Probal all along.
Yeah. He'll say,
But I don't wanna.
he hesitates. While you were in the Sirwood, it's clear that the only person he's had to talk to is the scribe. And he seems to have talked about a lot of things.
No, not the scribe infecting my baby brother with morals. What is the
And-
world coming to?
And he will say,
I don't want to die fighting these guys. Let me clarify. I don't want you to die fighting these guys, and subsequently us thereafter. But I also don't want to go back to that hole and die there either. That's what everyone else did.
And I think her ears are going to twitch. Just slightly at that. And I don't know that she's going to say anything. I think she's just gonna give him a hug. A little bit of a tighter one.
he'll hug you back.
No one's
And-
going to be dying on my watch.
He'll nod. He'll look up to you as well. What is Craggletooth's facial expression?
Let me roll something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
she's got that shit locked down. It's kind of a neutral expression, just watching like the grass. And then of course glancing down at Frick. She'll kind of give him a half smile. And purposefully raise her ears to try and cheer him up at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He'll look at you for a moment. And he will bury his head into your torso and will begin to lightly sob against your clothes.
And I think she will hold him gently and just let him cry. And as he does so, I don't know that she's going to have any changes to her expression, except for after a few minutes, a single tear will just slowly trail down her cheek.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Zach, we got some somber RP. Oh god, it's a lot. Absolutely. And I think with that, as the night grows long, and all of you going about your various troubles, eventually the sun will begin to rise, and you will have to move.
Yay!
Tanjara's still asleep. Josiah's actively after you. The island north of the Surwood, the Knights of the Path Green that have to get back. There is far too much to do to sit down for too long. But whatever you all decide to do, we will find out next session. I hope you all enjoyed it very much.
Hey, Dust.
I didn't enjoy shit,
Dust.
motherfucker.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, Dust.
Yo,
Fuck you,
what's up?
fuck you, 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 fuck you.
Fuck you, man.
I
I hate this game.
Man, fuck this. I'll see you at work.
One of my favorite things to run is sessions like this.
Would be, wouldn't it?
Fucking sadist.
Aftermaths. They're always quite fun.
Ugh.
Sure, that's one way you could describe it. Yeah.
They're fun for you. You suck.
One thing I will just kind of bookend a little bit. Bubble. The days got a little blurry, so I'm gonna say that as of the end of this long rest, you have 5.
Yay! I can clear my voice. Yay!
I can't remember how many you had before, but I don't think it's been 12 yet. I don't think it's been we're getting there. We're getting there.
It has not. I don't think it's been 12 yet.
No, I don't think it's been 12
days?
either. Yeah. So we will say that you have 5 full days left.
Okay.
I mean, technically 4. You have to be there on the night of the 5th, but you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think other than that, there's a few tiny little mysteries that have opened themselves up. Who is coming after Cassian's card? Being the primary
You know
one.
what? I bet it's my mom.
Yeah, it's your mom. You got it.
My dad.
You're right, it's your dad.
What
yeah.
if it's Big Terry? Holy fuck.
Oh no.
No.
Why?
From the ground.
Oh, I've just realized that my loving spouse has changed my status to poo-poo chamber. That's great.
Oh, Lizzie did that? I thought you did that, and I
Status?
just fully went with it.
I
wanna
did
see that?
not.
That is a very spouse thing to do, I will say.
Thanks,
Oh,
Lizzie. We
Hilarious.
appreciate it.
Brother.
High five, Lizzie, high five.
High five, Lizzie. Very accurate.
Got his ass.
Chamber.
Here we go. Either way. Thank you all very much for coming along. We will not have a session next week because I will be busy all day. April is going to be a busy month. We will have a session on the 4th, but unfortunately, we will not have one on the 11th or the 18th.
Oh, you hate us.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true, yeah.
However, on the 4th, I do believe we'll be having a guest.
Literally,
yeah.
literally
Hell
next
yeah.
session. Fuck
Hell
off.
yeah.
Yay.
And we'll have
Waving my little flag.
a few things to do while we make our way to the island for Craggletooth. The chest plate, our lovely guests, making your way through the Sirwood again. Thankfully, it's not too difficult to get in there anymore. You have the knights.
Yeah.
We do have the night.
Either way, I will see you all in 2 weeks.